Magpies fans, welcome to the ultimate Newcastle United transfer roundup. We're diving into the hottest rumours, from blockbuster targets like Xavi Simons and Joao Pedro to defensive rocks and rising stars. Let's get straight into the action and see how Newcastle are building a squad to conquer the Champions League. Xavi Simons is the marquee name lighting up Newcastle's transfer radar. This 22-year-old Dutch sensation, on loan at RB Leipzig from PSG, is a creative genius who could transform Newcastle's midfield. With 8 goals and 12 assists in the 2024-25 Bundesliga season, Simons is a number 10 who can also play on the left, cutting in with his deadly right foot. His vision, averaging 4 key passes per game, and relentless pressing make him a perfect fit for Eddie Howe's high-intensity system. Leipzig's failure to qualify for European football could force a sale, with a transfer fee around £60 million to £70 million. But here's the kicker. Barcelona are in the race, and Simons' history with their La Masia academy makes them favourites. Newcastle's Champions League status gives them a shot, though some reports question if this link is just overseas hype. Imagine Simons pulling the strings behind Alexander Isak at St James's Park. His flair could ignite the Gallagate end. Newcastle's financial muscle, boosted by a £100 million Champions League windfall, makes this feasible, but convincing Simons to choose Tyneside over Catalonia is a tall order. His 3.5 dribbles per game and ability to unlock defences would add a new dimension, potentially replacing Bruno Guimaraes in advanced roles if needed. Fans are buzzing with excitement but cautious, wondering if Newcastle can pull off this statement signing. This saga is one to watch. Could Simons be the spark that takes Newcastle to the next level? Joao Pedro is Newcastle's top attacking target, and the plot is thickening with a twist. The 24-year-old Brazilian forward has been a revelation at Brighton, scoring 30 goals in 70 appearances since joining from Watford in 2023. His 2024-25 season, 10 goals, 6 assists, and 2.1 dribbles per game, shows he can play as a striker, winger, or number 10, making him a dream fit for Eddie Howe's fluid attack. Newcastle have opened talks with Brighton, who value Pedro at £60 million to £70 million, and confidence is growing thanks to Brighton's £34 million signing of Greek striker Charalampos Kostoulas, which could pave the way for a deal. But here's the twist. Chelsea are now in the race, with reports confirming they've shortlisted Pedro for their Club World Cup squad. Pedro's desire to be a first-choice striker could complicate things, as Alexander Isak is Newcastle's undisputed number 9. His teammate Igor Julio revealed Pedro's openness to a new challenge, fueling speculation. However, concerns linger about his attitude after a training ground bust-up and a 5-match suspension last season. Some Newcastle fans worry about his discipline, but his work rate, 2.3 tackles per game, and versatility outweigh the risks for most. Tactically, Pedro could partner Isak in a 4-4-2 or play as a number 10, adding creativity and goals. Newcastle's Champions League pool gives them an edge over Chelsea, but the Blues' London appeal and history of Brighton deals make this a battle. With pre-season just weeks away, Newcastle need to act fast to secure Pedro and avoid another transfer saga. Alejandro Garnacho is another exciting name linked with Newcastle. The 21-year-old Argentine winger from Manchester United has been told he can leave Old Trafford, and Newcastle are among the clubs eyeing him, alongside Chelsea, Tottenham, and Aston Villa. Garnacho's 2024-25 season, 10 goals, 5 assists, and 3.2 dribbles per game, shows his flair and pace, perfect for Howe's right-wing needs. His ability to cut in from either flank and press relentlessly fits Newcastle's high-energy style. However, his £50M plus price tag and £100,000 per week wages pose challenges, especially with profitability and sustainability rules in play. Manchester United's new manager, Ruben Amorim, may not see Garnacho in his plans, opening the door for a move. Newcastle's interest stems from their need to upgrade on Miguel Almiron, who managed just 3 goals last season. Garnacho's youth and Premier League experience make him a thrilling prospect, but the competition and cost raise questions. Could he form a deadly trio with Isak and Anthony Gordon, or will Newcastle pivot to a cheaper option? Fans are split, with some dreaming of his flair and others wary of the price. Marc Guehi is Newcastle's top defensive target, and they're determined to get it done this time. The 24-year-old Crystal Palace captain was the subject of a failed £70 million chase last summer, but with his contract in its final year, Palace may accept £50 million to £60 million. Guehi's 2024-25 stats: 38 appearances, 85% pass accuracy, 4.1 clearances per game, highlight his composure and ball-playing ability, making him the ideal partner for Sven Botman. His leadership as Palace's captain and regular England call-ups show he's ready for the Champions League stage. Newcastle are keen to avoid another drawn-out saga, especially with Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham circling. Palace's interest in Sporting CP's Ousmane Diomande as a replacement could unlock this deal, creating a transfer domino effect. Guehi's ability to distribute from the back and handle high-pressure situations would elevate Newcastle's defence, allowing Howe to play a high line in Europe. Fans are buzzing, seeing Guehi as the missing piece for a top-4 push. The financials are within reach, thanks to Newcastle's Champions League revenue, but rival interest adds urgency. If Newcastle land Guehi, it'll be a statement of intent. Ousmane Diomande is Newcastle's plan B if Guehi proves elusive. The 21-year-old Ivorian centre-back from Sporting CP has caught Eddie Howe's eye with his 6 feet 3 inches frame, athleticism, and 88% pass accuracy in Portugal's Primeira Liga. His 2024-25 season helped Sporting win the title, with 2 goals and 3.5 clearances per game showcasing his potential. Priced at £50 million to £60 million, Diomande is a long-term investment who could anchor Newcastle's defence for a decade. His versatility to step into midfield adds tactical flexibility, potentially allowing Howe to experiment with a 3-5-2 in Europe. Palace's interest in Diomande could aid Newcastle's Guehi pursuit, but Bayern Munich's reported interest complicates matters. Fans are excited about his upside but cautious about his lack of Premier League experience. Newcastle's success with Sven Botman suggests they can integrate Diomande, but the high fee and competition make this a risky move. Could he be the future of Newcastle's backline? Nicolas Kuhn is a wildcard option for Newcastle's right wing. The 25-year-old German winger, playing for Celtic, delivered 7 goals and 10 assists in the 2024-25 Scottish Premiership, catching the eye of Newcastle, Wolves, and Aston Villa. His pace, directness, and 2.5 tackles per game fit Howe's pressing system, and his £20 million to £30 million price tag is more budget-friendly than Elanga or Pedro. However, his lack of Premier League experience is a concern, as the step up from Scotland's less competitive league could be tough. Fans see him as a sensible backup if bigger deals fall through, but the preference is for proven talents. Kuhn could compete with Almiron and Jacob Murphy, offering depth for a grueling season. His inclusion shows Newcastle's thorough approach, scouting multiple options to cover their bases. James Trafford is Newcastle's answer to their long-term goalkeeping needs. The 22-year-old Burnley star, with a 70% save rate and 12 clean sheets in the 2024-25 Championship, has given the green light for a move to St James's Park. Talks are ongoing for a £20 million to £30 million deal, but Burnley's high valuation and Newcastle's focus on outfield signings could delay things. Trafford's ball-playing ability suits Howe's build-from-the-back philosophy, making him a future successor to the 33-year-old Nick Pope, who's faced injury concerns. Leeds United's interest in Pope suggests Newcastle may need to offload Martin Dubravka or John Ruddy to accommodate Trafford. His homegrown status is a bonus for squad registration, and fans see him as a potential England number 1. This move would secure Newcastle's goal for the next decade, but the financials need careful balancing. Anthony Elanga is a prime target to solve Newcastle's right-wing woes. The 23-year-old Nottingham Forest winger, with 12 assists and 6 goals in 2024-25, is valued at £50 million to £60 million after Newcastle's £45 million bid was rejected last summer. His pace, directness, and 3 dribbles per game make him a perfect fit for Howe's system, offering an upgrade on Almiron's inconsistent form. Forest are reluctant to sell, but Newcastle's Champions League pool could sway Elanga. Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo is a fullback, but Tottenham's interest in him makes Elanga the priority. Fans are excited about his Premier League experience, seeing him as a safer bet than Kuhn. If Newcastle can negotiate a deal, Elanga could form a deadly attacking trio with Isak and Gordon. Joelinton is the heart of Newcastle's midfield, and keeping him is non-negotiable. The 28-year-old Brazilian, transformed from a struggling striker to a box-to-box dynamo, delivered 4 goals and 6 assists in 2024-25. Interest from PIF-owned Saudi clubs has emerged, but his contract until 2028 and love for Newcastle make a move unlikely. His physicality, tackling, and forward surges are vital for Howe'S system, allowing Guimaraes to shine creatively. Fans see him as untouchable, and his retention ensures midfield stability as Newcastle chase European glory. Losing Joelinton would be a disaster, but his commitment suggests he's here to stay. Dan Burn is Newcastle's Geordie soul, and his story inspires. Signed for £13 million from Brighton in 2022, the 32-year-old was vetted for character, ensuring he fit the squad's culture. His versatility, playing centre-back and left-back, helped Newcastle survive relegation, reach the Carabao Cup final, and qualify for the Champions League. Burn predicts squad changes this summer, with academy players like Jay Turnercook leaving and veterans like Trippier or Almiron potentially following. His leadership is crucial for a young squad facing Europe, and fans adore his local roots. Burn's role is secure, mentoring new signings like Guehi or Diomande. Newcastle's Champions League return is the driving force behind this window. Their 5th-place finish and £100 million financial boost allow them to chase big names while keeping Isak, Gordon and Joelinton. Howe's targets, a right-sided forward, centre-back, striker, and goalkeeper, address squad weaknesses. The sporting director search, with Ross Wilson and Jason Ato in the frame, adds intrigue, but Howe's vision is clear. Exits like Trippier, Almiron, or Dubravka could fund deals, while youth signings like Oliver Goodbrand and Antonio Cordero show long-term planning. Newcastle are avoiding protracted sagas, learning from last summer's Guehi chase, to build a squad for Europe. That's the Newcastle United transfer roundup, Magpies fans. From Xavi Simons' stardust to Joao Pedro's versatility, Guehi's solidity to Elanga's pace, Newcastle are building a team to conquer the Champions League. Will they land their top targets and keep their stars? Let's keep the faith, Howe the lads!